Throughout the years, marriage has evolved drastically from how men take care of women, from what women should do in terms of their roles and what is expected of them. Now things have drastically changed. Women are now saying, hey, they can do more. They are no more than, they are better than being in the kitchen and all that. Men are also finding difficulty understanding the role of a woman these days. They feel like sometimes women just want to get married to them because they want to be wealthy and all that. So today, I have found a video for someone who lives in the States and was born in Ghana. My views on marriage is now quite, let's say, clouded, right? I'm trying to seek for understanding. So I found this video made by the DW channel back in Africa where they have a debate, a street debate, where they ask people, hey, what is your opinion about marriage? What is the expectation of it? And when it comes to finances, how important it is. Join me as I uncover this, and I'll give my final thoughts at the end. So, with much said, let's go. Okay, guys. So, the title of the show is, the title of this video says, should you marry early or wait until you're financially stable? Guys, what do you think? I personally, I am in the belief of being financially stable is something difficult to determine because now it's like to some people, I'll say subjective. To some people, making $70,000 a year is fine. To some women, making 100,000 a year. If you ask anybody right now, but you get different answers, and due to that, you keep asking, when is the right time to get married? Well, this conversation is going to at least start from there, but I believe it's going to evolve into other things as well. So why not just start?
This week on the 77% Street Debate.
Our women, they have the mentality that aside the love, you have to take control of most of the spendings in the house.
I'm looking for someone who can, cater for the basic needs in a home.
Are we looking for a partnership or we are looking for pampering?
The career woman has defined marriage in a nice way. They still want the men to take their traditional responsibility, put the money there, come and do my work for me, come and do babysitting.
Marriage is not social media reels. You will not wake up and he will come and stand on your bed and ask you, baby, what are you eating?
She said marriage is not social media rules. I mean, hey, you know what? Let's listen to what she has to say.
Hello and welcome to the 77% Street Debate. My name is Edith Kimani and this week we are in Kumasi in Ghana and we're outside this
Kumasi.
beautiful bridal store, and that's because today we're talking about...
Please let me know in the chat if you're watching from Kumasi. If you're watching from Ghana, please let me know as well. Please let me know where you're watching from too as well. I would like to know and give your opinions and perspective about it in the chat. Okay, in the comment section, I mean. Thank you.
marriage. Now, in the past, it used to be the case that when people get married, they would accumulate wealth. But these days, what we're hearing is that modern Ghanaians are choosing to wait longer to get married because it's simply too expensive. So today we are asking, marry early and build your wealth, or wait until you're completely financially stable to commit full time? And I want to start with you, Mariam, because, you know, for men, I think money is always top of mind. But for you, before you got married, was money a consideration at all?
Before we got married, I had to know whether he is responsible and then he has a job that he can take care of me before I agreed that we should get married. So financial responsibility, yes, I took that into consideration.
What about for you? Did you need to be financially secure before you committed to become married?
No, I don't have anything doing. It's my husband that is taking care of me 100%. The husband is working and is able to provide the basic needs. You are okay to go. I didn't have to consider whether I am working and I can take care of myself before I got married. No.
Yeah. So if, say, Ibrahim didn't have a job, would you have married him?
No.
Oh, Ibrahim. Lucky for you, you had a job. But was finances a huge consideration for you?
I think having a job is very essential. If you talk about marriage, having a job is very, 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 very essential. I can't emphasize on it enough. Because, brother, how are you going to pay for the dates? How are you going to pay for the other stuff that comes with it? Yeah, Charlie, you really have to have a job. You don't have a job there, it's a problem. It's a
For
problem.
me personally, no. As far as you are able to take care of yourself and the basic needs, I think you are good to go.
But it's interesting here because Mariam is saying that for her it was a really important thing, but for you, not so much. So, what was the value for you? What, as far as the things that were important before you got married, what was at the top?
So for me, the first is character.
Mm-hmm.
The second is that we all agree with each other. And then the third is we are aligned with our goals, our character, and faith.
So, Musia, I want to come to you for a second
Character.
because
I've had the conversations where women say respect. You know, respect is one thing, and I think you can also evaluate it or equate it to character as well. So I hear what he's saying. I do hear what he's saying.
you actually were married. So, to what extent was wealth a factor of consideration before you decided to take the vow?
You have to be financial stable because if unexpected happens to the man, what will you do? Will you ask for help outside or what are you going to do? You have to come in and support the marriage to be able to become successful, not you running away because unexpected came.
So Mariam was saying that for her as a woman, it's not so important for her to have money. Was it important for you?
It's very, very important.
I'm seeing Benjamin here nodding.
I wouldn't want to amass wealth before getting to know her. Get something doing, get some money for contingencies. Yeah.
So how much money? Do you have a figure in your head where you say, if I have X amount of dollars, then I can walk down the aisle?
Okay, if money were to be put in quarters, I would want to have 2/4 before going in for something like that.
Okay, let me hear from Maureen here because you are also single and actually
Two
she's
over four. Guys, he said 2/4. Guys, he said 2/4. What's your opinion on
searching.
that?
So getting to her DMs. So what are you searching for? Are you looking for the same considerations here? Somebody who's financially stable?
In as much as I look forward to getting a husband who is financially stable and doing something, I also have to do something myself because I'm going into the marriage as a helper. I'm going in there to help, not someone idle just going to be there.
Yeah. So if somebody was to find you in your DMs, but at the moment maybe they're still looking for an income, perhaps say an informal trade, would that be somebody that you would give a chance?
It depends on how the person handles issue. Imagine having a husband who beats you or a husband who has issues with you but wouldn't want to address it in the house, go out and be looking for advice from friends. That wouldn't be someone I would want to
What
date.
that was the
So
question
we'll
she
come back to
asked.
that
Hold
issue
on.
of character in just a short while. I want to hear from
Hold on.
Teresa.
Let's back it
In
up.
the house who beats you.
Give a chance?
It depends.
Still looking for an income, perhaps say an informal trade. Would that be somebody that you would give a chance?
It depends on how the person handles issue. Imagine having a husband who beats you or a husband who has issues with you but wouldn't want to address it in the house, go out and be looking for advice from friends.
She answered
That
the
wouldn't be
question.
someone I would want to date.
Okay,
She
so
didn't
we'll
answer
come
the
back to that
question. She
issue of
twisted
character
it.
in just a short.
didn't
Married
answer
and
the
you got
question.
divorced. At that time, was money a consideration?
At that time, no, I didn't consider money. I just went into it because I felt I was ready for marriage.
At what point did you realize maybe money is actually a factor in this marriage?
1 month after the marriage, my husband lost his job. So we were there. We just have to go home, call my mom to just support me. So at that moment, I felt I could have, worked or get something doing before entering into the marriage.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a few things I would like to highlight here, right? There's a few, let me say the one fundamental thing. So being someone who was raised in Ghana, for example, I I have been fortunate enough to understand that back then our grandparents didn't marry because, oh, he had this amount of money or this. It was because of love. And me personally, when it comes to the conversation of marriage, it's I it has always been about love, right? It has always been about love and how much I care about you, how much I love you. So my problem now is that now living in the States, that opinion is being challenged a lot, right? Because it seems like people don't really want to marry for love anymore. And I don't know if I'm wrong, but that is where everything is trending right now. If you disagree, please let me know in the chat, please.
Now, when we were speaking earlier, you told me something which I found really interesting, that you didn't even have a bank account when you went into the marriage. So was it the assumption that your husband would take care of your needs?
I wasn't working, so I thought he was going to support me.
Okay, so Papa, I want to come to you because you are a marriage counselor, but you also happen to be a pastor. So are you hearing a lot of this in your counseling rooms, finances being a pressure point for many married couples?
Yes, yes, and a lot of divorce cases that I've encountered was largely due to financial considerations. I realized that for most of them, they didn't have these financial discussions before they got married. And so they had the rudest shock of their lives when life happened.
Okay, let me ask Musia here. Did you speak about money before you got married?
No, most young ladies go in for love, but love doesn't pay bills. It's stability, responsibility, purpose. When you are not working, you just jump into marriage. You won't see the purpose, you won't see the responsibility, you won't see the maturity.
I'm hearing Ibrahim making some
I'm sorry, because I'm thinking love doesn't pay bills. Are you getting married to pay bills? That's what she's like. She said love doesn't pay bills. It's all about stability and all that. So then I come back again to say, what is the real reason why you want to get married? Right? Because if you are equating love to bills, then which means you weren't in there for the love at the first place. Oh, I don't know. Help me,
very
guys.
strong
Help
sounds
me
here.
out.
I want
Help
to
me
know
out
what's
here.
going through
Help
your
me
mind.
out.
Someone may have money, but then not responsible. And someone may be responsible and not having that amount of money that people are calling money. So we need to be very specific and then explain exactly what they are looking at so that we do not end up mixing the whole thing up.
So, Maureen, you were asked a question. Be specific. When you say you want somebody to be financially stable, do you want Aliko Dangote or what are you looking for exactly?
I'm not looking for someone who is as rich as Aliko Dangote, but at least I'm looking for someone who can, cater for the basic needs in a home, which
Okay.
is shelter, food, water, like the basic things you need in the house.
Okay, Reverend Kwame, I see you. I'm coming back to you. But I have to come back to you, Benjamin, here, because I'm hearing the women here, which is very shocking for me, saying that they want to be taken care of by men. But are we not in a modern society where we say 50-50?
In this part of our world, what she mostly looks for is, can this man really take care of me? Can this man take care of the basic necessities of the house?
So your argument here is that women are getting married.
I want to emphasize on something he said was on this side of the world. On this side of the world. Guys, again, on this side of the world, women want men to take up their basic necessities. So, which means men are being trained to take care of their basic necessities of women. And women understand that. But where did the change come from? Because it's now more than taking care of the basic necessities, it looks like.
To become financially stable because that's their gateway into wealth.
Social media has really influenced most of our women. They have the mentality that aside the love, you have to take control of most of the spendings in the house. So if you go in and within a few days they realize you're not financially stable, as they say, they would want to leave.
Reverend Kwame, what does culture say about marriage and wealth?
When you look at the traditional family vow, it's a mixture of two things. They said marriage is for better and for what? For worse. It is for richer and for poorer.
Please, let me pause there because my sister here, Maureen, is saying for better, for worse. But you've said for worse, you're not interested in that.
Mariam said the same thing. Mariam said that when the husband
No, she
loses
didn't.
his job,
That was not my point.
if I wasn't
she
working.
asked,
Excuse me, please. Let's allow Mariam to respond.
Okay.
she asked whether if my husband was not having anything doing, would I have allowed him to marry me?
Okay. Yes.
That was why I said
that's
no.
all. That's why I say if you don't have a job, yeah, you can have a conversation about marriage.
Marriage is not social media reels.
Oh,
It is
the line we're talking about. Another one for her again. Man, marriage is on social media rules. I feel like in America we have mourned. No, let's take it back. In the modern world, we have monetized marriage so much that people are concerned about the wedding so much, but are not concerned about the marriage itself. The things that it comes with it. Everybody wants to be trending on Instagram. The girls are like, "Oh my god, my wedding was amazing. Oh my god, look at the ring he bought me. Oh my." Mm, It has all become that. But as I said, and I also unfortunately I have to highlight one thing I know people will not like. She's a Muslim. She is a Muslim. And she is saying that. That speaks loudly. But anyway, let's continue.
not what you see in social media that you are going to see in your husband's house. Exactly. You will not wake up and he will come and stand on your bed and ask you, baby, what are you eating? What do you want?
Another one
You
for
have
her.
to wake up and prepare breakfast, then you both eat together, then you go to work. And if you are waiting for only one person to do the dirty job and then you just enjoy it, that's when you get the problems. So in as much as there can be like the man is supposed to take care of you financially, you have to have a realistic way of spending the money that he's going to give you too.
Guys, I think she deserves. Oh, no. She deserves a clap, actually. This lady has said it beautifully. She has said it in a way that I knew and I understood how marriage is supposed to be like, right? She has said it perfectly. I don't think, I mean, come on, man. You know what? Let's listen to what they have to say. Let's
I
listen.
love that. Have a realistic way of spending the money. Rev, let me get your response on this.
If the man is providing, you need to take a good cognizance of what the man is providing. I always want to tell people that marriage will succeed when the relationship, the dating time, was effective. But if you don't put things on the table and then you just leave your marriage anyhow, it is at that time when people are going to be disappointed.
All right, let me just invite the people at the back to give me their.
I think some pastor said something weird over there. Pastor says something, and because of that, DW decided to cut it because you can tell the point didn't land.
Viewpoints.
The
How many
point
of
didn't
you
land over
will
there.
say,
But anyway,
you know what? I'm going to build the relationship and the wealth with my partner.
As a man, I'm the one supposed to take the responsibilities of the woman I'm bringing in. So if I can't pay her bills, clothe her, feed her, there's no need for me to get married. But the woman too can also, in her own way, support the marriage so that we can grow together.
Okay, let me hear from you as well because you raised your hand.
If you want to get into marriage, the first thing that you have to consider as a man is your strengths. Can you take care of the lady that you want to marry, the life that you are going to live? It's not a time that is having an expiring date.
So, because I'm hearing so many men saying, you know, I want to get married once I can take care of my wife. Teresa, I'm asking, so what then are women and wives expected to give in return? And does
Good
that
question.
set a trap for women?
We have to work to support them. We shouldn't wait to let them go out, go and work, and be sitting in the house waiting for them. I wouldn't be so emotional and be crying, waiting for him to, you know, come home and pay this and that. I wouldn't be doing that. If I was working for myself as at now, I would have been able to, you know, support them and just leave him and just be my way.
So because Musia here was really nodding and agreeing with you, I want to find out what your experience was because you told me that your ex-husband was very wealthy and you were doing most of the housework. How did that work out for you? Was there a balance?
No, because some marriages, one will do his or her part, one will not do. That is the unexpected. The unexpected are many. Not only love was the reason that brought you together. But love doesn't pay bills. So when you enter, the man changes. Then you won't be stranded in the marriage. You can be stranded.
All right, let me get.
I'm finding it difficult to understand this woman's perspective. I really am. I really am trying to find it very difficult understanding her perspective. Because it said love doesn't pay bills. So then I asked, why do you get married? Is it that you're looking for love, but at the same time looking for someone who have the money to pay bills? Like, what is going on? See, me personally, and I'm going to say this, me being an educated man, being around some educated women as well, I would love, actually, my woman is educated, right? Well educated. I won't like my woman to not be uneducated, right? So with that being said, I I feel like people who go through education also have dreams and aspirations. They should be able to pursue their goals. That is what I achieve, right? With that being said, too, I feel like there has to be a good balance between the man and the woman's role. Where I'm gonna leave for the final thought. I'm gonna leave for the final thought. So be on the lookout.
Papa's comment here because, hey, you were actually bouncing on your feet. That is how serious this is getting. Let me hear from you.
If you go into a marriage looking for someone to come and salvage you financially, that is where the problem is. You must enter marriage with a mentality that marriage is 100% contributions from each of us. I know that
Yes.
culturally the man is supposed to be the one to take care of the home. And it's basically as a result of history. Men were the ones who were hunting and all that, bringing food home. But you see, times are changing. And both partners have to pull their resources together. Basically, what it means is that I'm bringing 100% to the table. You're also bringing 100% to the table. If we do it 50-50 and I bring 50% to the table, or you bring 50% to the table and something happens to me, what happens to your 50? All right. So both of us must. It basically has to do with perspective. Are we looking for a partnership or we are looking for pampering?
It sounds to
Thank you. Perfect. I'm looking for partnership, or you're looking for pampering. I feel like a lot of women are being taught that marriage is for them to be pampered. They're not looking for partnership. And he said it is 100%, 100%, 100%. Both parties have to provide both of it. But it's so weird today that it seems like that is not the narrative that is being pushed out there. If I'm not wrong, guys, please let me know in the comment section if I'm wrong. Because 50-50 has become a thing now. I thought it was supposed to be 100-100.
me like the men feel like they are paying for something and therefore they become absent in other ways, emotionally, as we've heard sometimes. Is that the case based on the people that you're ministering to?
Men are supposed to pay the dowry. And so, in some cultures and some ethnic groups, the amount and things they would demand from you, it is like the woman is being sold to the man.
Very
And therefore,
true.
when the man gets hold of the woman, he feels he has paid
Go and bring 7 cows. Go and bring this number of sheeps. Go and bring this. Go and bring this clothes. Go and bring... And wow, man, you dey try you.
a lot for him to do domestic chores to support the woman. And on the other hand, the women also see that I was there, that you came and married me. So I'm just like your baby. Take care of me.
Mariam, are you Ibrahim's baby, as Reverend here is describing?
No. I am not his baby. He takes care of the financial responsibility, but that does not stop him from helping me to do the domestic chores. He will give me monthly allowance though, but he doesn't say because I've given you your monthly allowance, you are supposed to do all the chores, cook, sweep, mop, then come and do the washing and everything, and then he'll be there. If he is free, he's not doing anything, he helps. Like, I am not
Yes.
his baby. We are married and then we are growing together.
Okay, Maureen,
AKA partnership. Keyword partnership.
I think you are very tickled by what Mariam here was saying.
I think what she said is right in the sense that You are going there to do something, but the fact that you are giving me money, we are all putting something in the marriage one way or the other, whether your emotions, your resources, one way or the other, you are putting something in there, and that doesn't mean you should overburden one person in the marriage.
But what Reverend was saying here is that a modern woman such as yourself expects the husband to provide financially, but you also want him to contribute in the domestic home.
If I'm expecting him to contribute or in the domestic parts or the domestic responsibilities in the home, then in that case, I'm also going to share the responsibility when it comes to the financial part with him.
And this is what you are not doing. And this is the conflict. You understand that? The career woman has defined marriage in a nice way. They've learned a lot of things. So that in the traditional home where the man was the sole breadwinner and the woman is basically into domestication, right? You cook, you wash, you do all these things, you cater for the children. Now it is turning. It is turning in the sense that the women are really schooling, they are really learning. And so they think they've come at par with the men. They still want the men to take their traditional responsibility, put the money there, come and do my work for me, come and do babysitting.
What do you mean my work? The baby is ours.
I'm talking about mutuality. Okay. So for example, if I'm a teacher and you're a teacher, and we both earn the same salary, whose money should cater for the home? The two of us. It shouldn't be my money should be 70% and yours to be 10%. But in our part of the world, what the women are saying, when you ask them for money, they will say, I came to help. And helping in the sense that they have to give a little.
Okay. Teresa here.
Okay. Pastor said a lot. Reverend has said a lot over there. Um, good point. A good point he made was, if I'm right, that when the humanist thing comes in, she comes and says, I came to help her. She doesn't want to involve a lot and all that. When it comes to the financial part of this is the role I believe. My role is, as a man, my role is pay the bills, cover everything. That's my own, right? It doesn't mean that my partner's money is just for her alone, but it is for the family to use it for other things like vacations, for investment, for opportunities where we can grow our money, right? That is the part. And as I said, that's what the confliction is. Some people want the men, some women want the men to do everything, which is great. They'll do it. But at the same time, too, they mix it up with as much as I'm going to work and make all this, but I'm going to come home and you are not doing anything and actually come and do some of the things you were meant to do. Especially if you're a woman who is not working. That's where pastor's confusion is, the frustration is at, I believe.
So to me, I wouldn't wait for my husband to come home and come and meet an empty table. That is me. I'll rather use my own money without taking money from you. You will come home and come and eat. So I think it's our money, and marriage is us. It's an individual, it's personal. Marriage is personal.
Okay, Musia.
What Reverend is saying, is mostly about character, not about the woman being career woman, being educated. Our nature, a woman nature, is multitasked. A woman can go to work and come and still take good care of her home.
Okay. Let me hear from Benjamin first.
She mentioned something that her husband wasn't providing, and she will use her money. So in that case, is the money hers alone? Because as of then, her husband wasn't working, and she comes in as a helper. But she mentioned something but she will use her money to cook for the house. That's a wrong notion.
So according to you, what should it be?
A marriage is a union. You become one with the person. So you support his shortfalls.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm coming.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, relax, chill, right? So
He said, calm. Everybody calm. Everybody relax. Because it's getting tense over there.
chill. I'm coming. If you are in a marriage and then your wife does this or that, and she's not around. Come on, man. Be wise. You don't need to wait.
Yes.
Maybe if she has to come back later in the evening
Mm-hmm.
for her to come and still work on those things,
Mm-hmm.
this is unfair.
Right.
And then if your husband gives you money or whatever, an allowance dependent, and there are days he's unable to provide, should you fight him?
Yeah.
No. Right? So people should be able to cover for each other to some extent.
Right.
What I don't advise you to cover is when it comes to abuse.
The question of abuse.
Perfect.
I
I
mean,
agree with that
how
as well.
easy is it? And let me ask you, Papa, here, because you're always doing counseling, for money to be conflated with power, ownership.
If you go into the marriage thinking that your money is your money, I will also feel that I also feel entitled to my own money. And once I'm the one who provides for the house, I will feel this sense of entitlement that I'm supposed to control the home.
Right.
All right. But you see, I tell women that times are changing. The world is becoming more egalitarian. And we need to pull our resources together.
What is the word again? Egalitarian? Egalitarian. Wow. I've not heard that before. This is the first time I've heard that.
Those days where we used to say that, well, a man's money is our money and a woman's money is her money, times are changing. And we need to fix it, get it fixed.
All right. I want to get to.
I want to say something, though. I want to say something. He said something very perfect, that the world is changing. And it's true. Now, the demand for men with, let me use terms here in the States, 6 figures, all those kind of things, 6 feet tall, all those kind of things, because that is, quote unquote, is under the bracket of power, and um, someone is more attractive to women of today, right? Most women want those kind of, maybe as a woman today, what do you want? Like, oh, what is I want that? I want 6 feet man, I want six man with me 6 figures and all that. But the question is, men also who have worked hard to be in that situation also know they're in high demand. And if they're in high demand, they are willing to do certain things because they know if you don't want to accept what they are doing, someone else will do it. And that is where the woman don't like. That is what the woman don't like. Oh, the woman don't like. I feel like everybody wants, oh, the 6 figures. Yes, 6 figures men have, you know, the attention all over them. 6 feet men, they have the woman dying over them who are willing to do go above and beyond. So you get to understand that your place is a shaky position because guess what? The moment one day you decide not to do your stuff, he knows the next woman beside you will do it. And due to that, he's not going to appreciate you as much as he wants to appreciate. Very good point. The world is changing.
The people at the back. But before I do, Musia, I really have to ask you this question. Because you told me that your ex-husband, because he was providing for everything, the kind of domestic labor he made you do was a little unkind.
If the man is 200% financially providing for you, sometimes abuse comes in because you don't have much say, especially where we comes from. If he provides everything, he thinks he owns you. So what he says
It's
is final. You don't have contribution to it because you don't contribute to money because money is the things is everything.
Right.
So you are subjected to what he will say.
Heard you loud and clear. Let me hear from the people at the back. You had raised your hand earlier. I have not forgotten you.
Why are you always wanted to enjoy the better part but not the worst parts? This is the case whereby you are dependent on the man fully, and then anything or everything concerning your social, anything that you wanted him to take in charge of it. But don't forget, he's a human being. As time goes on, he might getting tired of how he's spending on you. So why not, at the moment that he be giving you money, you be saving some of the money, then you use it for your other needs. My sister made mention of if the person is taking fully care of you 100%. That is where the abuse comes because he sees it as he is the one providing you. You have nothing to do for yourself. I will always encourage ladies that kind of attitude or kind of behavior, they should stop it.
Okay.
Because
I get where homeboy is coming from too. I get where homeboy is coming from. And again, I would like to highlight when I was raised back home, my understanding was yes, dad would give money to mother. Mother, hey, this is the money. for food, whatever the situation, the allowance. But one thing that I do appreciate of the old generation women, most in particular, is when they were given this money, they, even though yes, they use the money for food, but the remaining of those money, they end up keeping it case, in case things don't go well. Let's say for the past 2 years, that has been giving $100 every week, every day, for for food at home, for food at home. Then one day he just doesn't have it. What does mother have to do? Does it mean mother doesn't have to cook that day? No. So the money that is saved by her, the many allowances that was saved throughout the whole time, is now being used. This is a woman who is not working. This is a woman who is at home. It's that home mom, right? So I do agree with what he's saying over there, that there are times where, Charlie, this might go left. What can you do? Can you help out? Can you assist? That's what the question is. But the thing is, most of the time, and I'm speaking from the American perspective, most of the time, when you ask questions like this, most of them will say, I'm out of here. Right? But like, bro, that shouldn't be the case.
Because normally they buy the abusive behavior of the man on them. Because after all, without him, she can't survive.
That sounds like victim blaming. I'm not so sure I like that.
The
But
ending,
let's hear from some other
I
women.
agree with her. The ending part wasn't the right way to end. But
Let's hear from some other women back here. So, are you demanding too much from men? Is that what we're hearing? Tell me.
I don't think that's true.
So, what do you think? You think that what the women are demanding, take care of me, take care of the home, that's reasonable?
It's compulsory for the men to do that because that's their job.
All right. Yeah.
To me, it's not compulsory. As a lady, you have to have value of yourself. It's not everything that you have to be demanding that your husband should do for you. No matter the worldly your husband is having, as a lady, for you to have value on yourself or for your husband to respect you, you have to find a way to be working for your own self, to be getting your own money.
Yeah.
Either your husband gives you money or not, you can also get your money to buy other things that you want to buy.
So, as we wrap up this debate, because we have really been talking for a while now, I want to hear some resolutions from the panel here. And I want to start with you, Reverend, because you already said that marriage perhaps should be taught as a subject in formal education.
Yes, I think that many people step into marriage with a lot of misconceptions. Because if you listen to all that the women are saying about it is the responsibility of the man to take full control of the home, that's perfectly right. Because universally, a man is supposed to take control. But just like Papa said, the world is changing and evolving. We have come into a point where some women, highly educated, receive a good salary than their husbands. And yet, when they come home, they want their husbands to take everything. We train men to take care of women. We don't train our women to support their husbands. And this is the reason why I'm saying that marriage education should start from primary school, so that by the time a lady steps into marriage, they have to understand that marriage is a mixture of two things. At one time it is better, another time it is worse.
All right, so we are in modern times. We need to update our thinking. But Maureen, you still want him to provide? Is that the resolution for you?
Then he still has to provide, and I will support in the sense that, let me say we want to pay for something that's worth 10,000 Ghana cedis. His money is 50,000. I will have to add the remaining 50,000.
Okay, so I think you've changed your mind. Now you're 50-50.
So now it's
Now you're
50-50.
50-50. Teresa, what's the resolution here? Is it 50-50, or are you saying, you know what, the man needs to provide, and if you don't have the money, don't even bother getting married?
50-50. I support with the 50-50.
Okay, so actually, Teresa is getting married again. Congratulations. Look at her blushing. Congratulations. So, in this case, do you think the marriage is going to be different because of your financial situation?
Yes, please. It will, because right now, I'm not waiting for my husband to come and pay all the bills at home, because right now I'm working. I have 2 shops right now. Working. I'm working. So if I go to him and he's not giving me, I'm going into my account and take it out and do it.
Okay, what about for you, Musia? If you do decide to get married again,
I don't know if I had it right, but I'll go into my account and take it. So if he asks for money, he's not giving it to me. I'll go into my account and take it. Mm, I can create an agenda with that, but I get where she's coming from. Just just say, just say.
is money something that you will put at the top, or is it something that you won't really consider?
No, I won't put money at the top, but what I will consider is he should still, I'm working, but he should still take care of me. My money is a security for me, and also it's a buffer for the family. In case of unexpected happens, I chip in.
All right. So we started this.
What happened to for better for worse? Well, it's like my money is security for me. I would like to ask, and if you're any woman, right, who thinks like that, ask yourself this question: how will you feel if one day you get to find out that the money that your man is giving to you, he also has some money in his savings for himself? He asked him, he said, "It's for my security." Ask yourself how you feel. I don't feel like that's a fair, and that's why I'm finding very difficult understanding her opinions.
Debate with Mariam. I'd like to conclude it with her. In the beginning, I asked you if you would have married Ibrahim if he had not had money, and you said no. But what happens if, bad luck, he loses his income? Would you still stay with him?
I will love. I will define as something that you do, no matter what you do, to make your partner feel comfortable, not leaving him behind. So if he fall off, I'll pick him up. Then we go together.
Okay, so because of the interest of time, we do have to wrap up this debate. But we asked what seemed like a really simple question in the beginning. Wait until you are financially stable to get married, or get married and build a wealth in the end? Well, the answer is more confusing for me than when we started. But I can tell you, I have been very surprised by the views here. I hope you have as well. Thank
Guys, you know what? Let's go to my final thoughts. So, this is my opinion about everything. I feel like marriage is a beautiful thing. I think that um signifies how love is, right? As much as we look at marriage in the way, as let me put it this way, the fact that marriage in is in general, the way it has been seen has changed. It has become more of a ceremony, more of a way of life. Is bothering to me, but I would say that when it comes to marriage is an amazing thing. Yes, there are certain things that come to play, certain elements that make marriage what it is. One, the finances and all that. But the most fundamental thing is the vow that we take. Understanding that vow that we take, that for better for worse. So which means even if my partner is having a rough day, I have to be there. If I'm having a rough day, she has to be there. It is our role to be 100%, 100%. I personally don't believe in 50-50. It is not a thing of mine. I refuse to believe in that. But I believe that when you are the best of yourself, you should give your best of yourself to your partner give you the best of themselves to you. I don't really think that because they don't make a certain amount of money or because they're a certain height, so you are not going to give them the respect or the love they deserve. Also, from the men's perspective, I would say that the fact that yes, you are what's the name, paying all the bills and all that, doesn't mean that when it comes to some house choices, you are not going to do something about it too as well. I feel like it's very, very important to do those things. This was a very enlightening video. I think I've learned a lot. It has opened my mind. But I also want to hear what you guys have in the comment section. So please, guys, let me know in the comment section what you think, what your opinions are. And there'll be a few number of videos coming up to as well. Um, I mean, we're in a new space, so we thank God for that. But yeah, I will see you next one, and I'll see you in the next video. Please stay safe, stay cool, yeah, just stay great. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.